Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Today we are reviewing Kanan Season 2, Episode 9, Power, Rasing, Kanan, and all those things. But before we get started, he's blowing the day. Before we get started, D, tell them what to do.
Tell them what to do.
Okay. Smack that thumbs up or subscribe to our channel. See, I like chipmunk.
It's so extra. I cannot.
We had to have a conversation with Sissy.
Oh, Sissy. Well, anyway, so the Italians are like having a little party celebration at the bowling alley, doing their thing. You know, they're just so proud of themselves. Like, you know, this is what they do. They have a great night. Homeboy, I don't know any of their names, but you know, he was pretty high up in the ranks. You know, amongst
Italian mobster dude.
Yeah. Number 2, mobster number 2. Anyway.
Would have been the Joe Pesci guy.
Lou pulled up on him. He said, "This ain't what you want to do," and Marvin shot him with the pew pew.
Not Marvin.
Oh, Lou.
It was Lou.
Lou.
Then he back.
He is back. He's giving a little mobster energy. He giving
us Lulu season 1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we got to get back for, you know, trying to take out his brother. Speaking of Marvin, we at the funeral.
Oh.
Their lady got shot. Marvin clearly did. They didn't shoot him, not at all.
He didn't catch one.
He didn't catch
that girl in front of him. He used her as a shield.
I was like, he doesn't even have a scratch. Like, I was low-key feeling the way that they play with my emotions like that, because I was all prepared for, you know, trying to be there for Jukebox through this whole thing. But apparently she won't be needing me because Marvin came out on stage.
He used her as a human shield. It's all right.
You know, as he stood there and the camera zoomed in on him, I couldn't help but think, he looked just like Teddy Riley. Like, I can't unsee Teddy Riley.
Yeah, I see it now that you say it. Yeah.
Like a tall, slender version. So our crackhead friend is out here pissing in public. She's out here pissing on a tree. And then, of course, the cops are there. And this nigga's pockets are full of Snicker bars and crack. And he done went to the corner store and stole a bunch of candy. So, shoot, apparently crack gives you a sweet tooth, because he had a whole lot of candy bars, Snickers stuck in his pocket.
He said he paid for that. That's
what he said. He also immediately started snitching. They was getting ready to take him down, and he went straight to, I know who killed that cop.
Yep.
So, you know, somebody's gonna listen to me talk about that. So, you know, I didn't think about it. Did you? I think you might have thought about it. Crown is dead, so who gonna pay the rent over there at
Famous house?
Because Famous don't work. I think whatever money Famous is getting, he getting high with it, because he stay high, but I don't see him working nowhere.
I guess Famous don't have to come up with it.
Huh?
Famous been getting him his money. You know, can't go over his mama's house and steal some dope, and they'd be all right.
Well, he ain't friends with her mama right now, so that's, you know.
Oh, dang, can't get no dope.
Can't get no, yeah. Anyway, the landlord wants his money, and Famous is over here trying to barter like studio time for the rent. I don't know that he's got the power to do that, but you know.
He tried, he bought some time.
So the Italians get together and they discuss how they're gonna take out Rock. I'm like, where did they get good fellas for real? These are some old dudes. Like, I want them to stop doing that. because they did the same thing on Tommy when they called the Irish Horseman, and it was like four like old niggas got off the plane.
It was Joe Pesci and what's my boy name? The real I can't think of his name. The old gangster in everybody movie. He a gangster.
Well, we got De Niro and we got what's the other one?
It's De Niro. Yeah.
De Niro and Pacino, yeah, all of them. That's how they love. Like, what? Anyway, child. Where am I at?
He done brought out the old.
They want to know, like the inside how her organization works. You know, they're trying to figure out, like, how are we gonna take her down? Because they're mad that their dude went to shoot Marvin and missed. So I don't understand, like, you only get to try once, and after that, then you lost your chance. So Lou didn't miss. So now it's a real situation because, you know, they up damn near like half of your organization. I don't know who else is left. Y'all, your son is gone, his dumb partner gone. Y'all did that. They took out this dude who was pretty much, I guess, you know, second to you, is he? Because we don't know. He had a lot going on. Anyway, he's gone. So they need to know, you know, trying to figure out the ins and outs of Rock's organization. Meanwhile, the crackhead is down to the jailhouse snitching. He's pointing out Kanan.
He's fully entertaining. This whole whoever this dude is, he playing her.
The stuff that comes out of his mouth is so funny. I cannot stand it.
I will be on that set dying every time he come on the scene. He like, look at this fool.
I thought about that when he left, like when he finally walks off with his little George Jefferson, and I was like, how does he prepare for that? He just comes to work to be his fool, and then, you know, what a fun role to just be a crackhead. Let me study some crackheads to see how they act.
Oh, shoot.
Anyway, he out here pointing out Kanan and Bert, talking about, you know, I don't know his name, but
he said he be with some dude they call famous. I don't know. I ain't never seen him before. They ain't famous to him.
He ain't famous to me. So Famous goes to ask Lou for some studio time. He's trying to figure out this whole rent thing. Lou is, you know, at first trying to blow him off because him and Cartier. I don't know when Cartier has all this time to be such a, you know, worldwide gangster when he's sitting in the studio head bobbing with Lou. That seems like a waste of time. Lou in Hollywood sitting there like head bobbing, like, yeah, that's that thing. Well, you know. Famous came in there, he trying to, you know, get the real situation together, and Lou was really gonna look out for him, I think, at one point, and then, you know, Cartier decided, you know, he's a partner now, a not so silent partner, so he's giving his 2 cents. Then he wants to tell this kid a story about the fish that we've all heard before, and Famous is looking at him like, I ain't got no fish. I just need a studio time because I need that, you know, to keep the same plan that, you know, Crown was working out with his landlord, or, you know. Anyway, I feel like Lou is now trying to feel away because now this nigga, he in the studio while I'm trying to do work.
Right.
And he's stepping in trying to tell people what to do, including Lou. Lou, like, he's trying to tell you what to do.
He's sitting up there doing Aesop fables. Nobody got time for that.
Nobody want to hear that. And I could feel everything that was on Famous's face. Like, what? Listen, I don't have time for this.
Come on, Lou, help me out.
So Jukebox is back at the house and she's washing dishes and Rock walks in and, you know, they have this whole moment. I feel like, you know, Rock was asking her about her mother and how that whole thing, you know, played out. And then she tried to sell herself as a mother. She always, when Rock is in the wrong, she always, and it was the same thing last time she was asking about her mother. She always wants to sympathize with the mother's mistakes, as you know, sometimes you just don't know and you're doing the best for your kid, even if it's not the right thing. Like, you know, I guess jukebox was one way, like,
Right. Okay, girl.
but I know like the real, and you know I know. But you know, she's pleading her case, and then she asked her, like, have you talked to Kanan? You know she's talked to Kanan. That's why you're trying to sell her this story, because you need
Because you
her
need
to
somebody on your
understand
side to talk to
why you
Kanan.
did the things you did, you know, and
Right.
Jukebox is not stupid. So she pretty much like, yeah, I guess. You know. Girl, I guess. I'm a child. I don't have any children. I'm not anybody's mother. I can't really
Mhm.
relate to what you're saying right now. But I suppose at some point in my life, I just might know. And, you know, then we can talk about it then. But as for right now,
Hmm.
that's
Yeah.
all I got for you. So Detective Howard is a Muslim. And I guess with all the things he's been through, he decided he should re-up on his prayer because he hasn't been
Good choice. Good choice.
standing in solid, you
Just
know,
in
with
case.
his,
Get you a little insurance, just in case.
he needed, yeah, you know, and I mean, listen, try Jesus, try Allah, try whoever, Buddha, you know, whatever you need to try in order to get back on your stable ground. I think you should try that. So this is where he at with it. He's, you know, like he said, getting a re-up. He said it's been a long time. And, you know, he also had Kanan meet him there because they can't be meeting around in the streets and have him talking to the cops all the time. That's not gonna work for him. So, you know, he had him meet him over at the temple because I feel like it's probably a lot of gangsters at the temple. I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Kind of felt like it. I
I'm
mean, we
just
watched the whole
thinking.
Malcolm X thing. It was just playing.
Anyway, ciao. So Howard and Kanan are trying to figure out how to navigate their relationship. And I actually am kind of enjoying it just because I see why it would be so complicated. You know what I'm saying? Because they starting at what? He's 15 years old. He's
Right.
starting at 15. You know, and it's not like it's his dad that's been gone, and he's starting fresh from 15.
That's a lot. And I almost killed you, dude. So that's
He's
a lot.
still carrying that, yeah.
Yeah.
Because my mama didn't tell me. So, and they talk about that, like he's asking him how is it going with his mother, and it's definitely not going with his mother. I can understand why, though. That's a big lie. It's not even so much the lie as you set me up to take him out. That's how do you wrap that around your head?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then say you care about me, because what? So, you know, Howard is like, I don't know. You can ask me what you want to ask me. I don't know. It's new to me too. So, you know, we just gonna have to try to figure it out. So, yeah, I can see how complicated that relationship is gonna be. Also, you know, that there's a whole part where, you know, Howard was a grown ass man and his mama was a
16.
teenager.
But you was just with that grown ass woman.
He's
So
having a hard time seeing the two as the same thing, though.
yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So
It
the
seems more
crackhead,
gross though with Candace way. Because unfortunately, it's always seemed like older guy, younger woman. But you never really, and we know what happens, but that older woman, younger guy, that just seems really gross because mothers are supposed to be like mother
you're not
figures.
nurturing, right? You're like, this is somebody's kid.
Yeah, like you expect a guy to be a pervert. You know what I'm
You
saying?
shouldn't. You
But you
shouldn't.
expect that. Yeah. Yeah. It just seemed so wrong that way.
Well, and I think other thing that makes it so much more gross is because the boy is led to believe that he wants it to go that way. You know what I'm saying? Like the girl, I feel like in some situations that they're more coaxed and you know what I mean, into it in a way where men are just, you know, out there thinking, well, you know, this is what I'm supposed to do. So, you know.
I mean, and this is what, the 80s.
Yeah.
So
80s,
it
90s.
ain't too far removed, you know, with, you know, it was always an older granddaddy and a young grandmama. You know what I'm saying? Versus, oh,
I don't know. It's just both gross to me. But I see what you're saying when you say women are supposed to be the nurturers. Like, who's looking out for the kids if not for,
right,
you know?
right.
And then not
And
only
the
that,
fact
like,
that that was your girlfriend's mama.
right, that's what I was gonna say. That's what makes it even worse. Like, it's not just some kid, it's some kid that was your daughter's boyfriend. Like, it's just
Yeah,
messy on so many levels. But anyway, where were we at?
they weird
The
relationship.
crackhead is down to the jailhouse telling Burke that shit he saw Howard talking to Kanan. And, you know,
She
that put another little bug in her butt. So now she's
feeling
like
like a dog,
really
like a
on top
bone.
of it. Right,
Yeah.
right. So she can't handle herself, but she goes straight to the captain, like leaving out bits and pieces of the very big pieces of the of the story, like leaving out all the details, but you know, he like go ahead and you know, it's a case that's, you know, it's a cold case, but I feel like I gotta leave. Anyway, as soon as she closes the door, he called internal affairs on that ass.
As well as he should.
How is this gonna pan out? She gonna end up in trouble for that white girl.
Yep. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
They gonna be like, we saw her following her down, and you know,
And she did.
she did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, child. So Rock meets up with Hollywood's homeboy that just got released from jail. And he's like, so you were able to do what I was going to call this fool Cavassier. You was not able to do with Cashmere.
Caviar.
Cartier. Jesus.
Cartier. I said caviar. Hollywood.
That's why I just called this nigga Hollywood. Anyway, he said, you know, basically, you did what Hollywood said, you know, he couldn't do. However, he's crazy and he might talk really nice, like, you know, telling stories about fishes and fishermen and that kind of thing. He may talk really nice, but he's, you know, he's a crazy nigga. I don't think, well, but you know, yeah, he picked it at the end. He tells her he can't do no business with her until Cartier is taken over, is, you know, dealt with, because, you know, he don't want no problems. But he also peeped that Rock is very ruthless and that Cartier may have just run into his match. Cartier is skeevy too. I don't like him. Like,
you know, I just felt like they didn't get deep into who Cartier really is.
He came from out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what his purpose was, except for maybe to rescue Lou. That's the thing, though. Oh, girl, but we'll get to that in a minute. So the jailhouse is too full, so they're gonna send the crackhead home. Well, that's not good for Burke because he gets to go home and he doesn't need to tell her, you know, anymore, do no more for her in order to get out of jail. So he's just gonna hold on to that information because, you know, in case he gets arrested again, you know? And so she wants to at least walk him out of the jail. So she's walking him out, and Howard, of course, sees her walking with him. And, you know, this other officer is like, he asking, like, where's she doing with him? And he like, she said some joke about they go together. But he said, homeboy just told her, you know, that he knows who shot you. So again, now Howard is getting more information about how stupid Burke is. Because you, honestly, still, you calling the crackhead back to the scene, it's very silly, girl.
Stupid.
And
They
this
was
gonna
like
be your witness?
crackheads. Just we all know
He
crackheads
gonna
got a
say
good
whatever,
memory.
whatever.
Right.
He did see me talking to him. That's what he saw that day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he shoot me? No, he did not. Because you know who else was there? I was there.
But you believe in a crackhead over me.
Over me. Anyway, yeah, he said he gonna hold on to this information in case he needs it again. So Marvin and Jukebox, they're having lunch.
I like
cute,
it.
Actually, it was so cute. Like
I
watching
like
them
it.
try to communicate with each other. And he was telling her like that he had been to the funeral, and she's like, "Did you cry?" And he's like, "I don't know. Why those sunglasses?" And I was like, "That's funny, Marvin." But yeah, they had a moment, and you know, he was just trying to tell her like he's gonna do better. He wants to do better, and she's like, "You got to do better." For yourself, you know, not just for everybody, but he's contemplating his life, his good versus his evil. And you know, I guess it is kind of exhausting to always be trying to balance the good
Can you
against the
imagine?
evil. I can't because
Because the
be
evil
out
that
here
he
killing
do is
people.
like evil.
It's evil. Yeah, you can't just be killing people, and that's part of, you know, just your everyday. Then you gotta
Right.
like, what do you gotta do nice to make up for killing people?
I don't know.
That's a big one. Like,
That is a lot. I don't know.
I don't know how you make that balance, but yeah, so he's trying to figure that out and be a better person. And except for Rock. Rock doesn't want to see anybody be a better person.
No.
That sucks. Speaking of Rock, Cartier's over here trying to get some booty. Now she been prancing around everywhere in that red catsuit.
That red was cute.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Destiny, Rock is one of them catsuit girls, and it sucks because you know sometimes you want to be a catsuit girl, but everybody's not that.
That red was super cute on her.
Child, she knew what she was doing.
They showed her silhouette pulling up. I was like, look at Rock.
Her 80s hair.
Yes.
Love it. Well, Cartier loves it too. So he tried to get him some booty and she swerved on him. She was like, "Oh no, nigga."
And I want that big old
Like
tongue
what
on
I'm
me.
here for. And so, you know, they have this whole thing. She's like, "We're not doing that until I'm ready." And he's, because you know what it is. And she's like, "Yeah, well, you know, we're not getting into any of that unless I'm ready." And so he has a proposal. Basically, he wants to take over Rock's life. He's talking about profit margins and he wants to diversify and things of that nature.
You don't even know who you're dealing with.
Hedge funds and blah, blah, blah. Like, what the hell is he talking about? And she is so not stupid. I'm like, she's not buying none of this stuff that you're saying because you sound, you know, here, let me go get 50% of your organization. Why would I do that? I didn't ask you for any of that. Back up a little bit.
A whole lot.
Close. Yeah, right then I was like,
Yeah,
I didn't like
no.
him at dinner. The first time at dinner when he was like doing all that talking, I was like, he just thinks he's so like, you don't know what she knows. You don't know what she's been exposed to. You just
You
acting
talking
like
to her like she don't know nothing.
like she don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Italian meets up with Unique. He called up Unique because he wants Unique to tell him like, what's up with Rock's organization. We've discussed it. We need to know the ins and outs of this organization and, you know, how many people she got working for her and blah, blah, blah. And Unique was like, with all due respect, your son is the one that fucked up that situation. I don't even like Marvin, but he took the job and he fucked it up.
He said Marvin took a shot at me and my son. I said he sure did. I forgot all about that.
I forgot about it too till he said that. And I was like, oh, you should want to still shoot Marvin.
You should. You really should.
He did it. But yep, he had that baby in the car. Huh. I remember that.
Did.
Anyway.
That got us in the back of his head. He just waiting on to come up.
this ain't it. I'm not gonna do it for you. And then he called this boy a mooly, like to his face, like, and you're taking up for this fucking mooly. And he's, I know he was like, I know you didn't just say that. Anyway, yeah, that's not on Marvin, that's on your son. And he was like, Marvin went around me, you know, and he was like, just the same thing you said, just son went around you.
Right.
You took the job. So, you know, I can't, like, I'm not doing that. I'm not no snitch. Like, what good is it for me to get in the middle of y'all shit? And he was
Not
saying,
my
you
fight.
have my gratitude. Well, I don't care about your gratitude.
Right.
So, you know, they go back and forth, and basically the Italian is disappointed because, you know, because you need gang snitching, and you know, so I guess I don't think Unique cares one way or the other, because he didn't ask to be in any of this. You know, he just trying to get back on, you know, where he owned. But I'm glad he chose not to do that. This fool said, "Who gonna know if you snitch?"
You know.
I don't know. Who you gonna know? Think you're not gonna hold that over my head? You will. So Kanan and Famous are out eating pizza, and that dude Freddie that Kanan beat up a couple weeks ago comes in there, and now Kanan is talking all tough, like he's a tough guy now, and you know, homeboy just, you know, walks away basically, and Famous is always whining. He's whining, yeah. Why don't I have money and that nigga has money? Probably because he's
out here robbing people. And
hustling.
He out here robbing, like he took your chain. My grandmama chain.
I mean, but he getting his money. Burke and her lady friend are getting on, and
That was so disgusting every time.
They
Just
have
every
to be
time.
the two most unsexy love scenes on television.
Every time. I wish they quit showing them.
It's just so not.
And then she gets straight up and like, what do you think I do with Detective Howard? I was like, why is you with her? That's what she thinking about. Well, she ain't thinking about you. She thinking about getting him.
Both times.
Come on. And you
Homegirl
still
was like,
keep going back.
Can we stop?
Stop.
Talking about Howard. She also told her to leave it alone, and I'm like, I don't understand why she can't leave it alone, because I feel like if he don't want to say, if you know who shot you, and you ain't saying nothing, well then that's on you. You know, so what am I investigating for?
She think if she solved this crime, she gonna have respect in
from who? Because she's losing respect. She's already an underdog being a woman, a woman attached to a family that they looking at her like, you know, you got the job because your family. Clearly that's an issue for her, but this ain't gonna make it better.
And even
her girlfriend told her that.
Yeah. The daddy even told her to leave it alone. His daddy told her the same thing girlfriend told her.
Well, she don't listen. So, you know, and if that gets her in trouble, I won't be mad because she gets on my last nerve.
Right.
So the family's sitting around. Lou and Marvin are bonding over, you know, killing folks. And
that was so sweet
for me. And it was really sweet. It was a sweet moment.
It really
Oddly
was.
as it was, I was like, that's nice.
I was like, oh.
I'm glad it wasn't just me out here like feeling like, oh, that was sweet. Well, Rock tells Lou, like, either you're in or you're out, because this is not a time for like a part-time. We need
in Rock, stop it.
Lou's a little concerned because he's like, I mean, I'm in, but I'm a little worried about us taking on the mob. That's like more than we can handle.
Tommy had to hire a whole nother mob crew, and she thinks she could just do it with Lou and Marvin.
No, that ain't gonna work. Maybe that's why she's recruiting. Maybe she just took over what's the name? Organization. She's recruiting Cartier. She's recruiting Cartier's folks.
Not old boy with the perm. She gonna have to do better than
that. So Rock really isn't concerned with taking out the Italians. She just want to like hurt him a little bit. So she's, you know, she's recruiting and trying to figure that out. she asked Lou, anybody know what happened to Crown? Lou say, nah, he don't know. Shoot,
Nope.
anybody could have did that.
He got so many enemies.
He did, and you know this. So Rock is, like I said, she's not worried about the Italians, because she says the Italians are way smaller than the ones in New York. So she's like really, thought this whole thing out. But before they move on, because there's about to be a war, that much is true. So she needs to close some accounts. So she tells Marvin, Crackhead Sam, his account needs to be closed. Like, we got to cash in with him. What kind of account do you have with the crackhead? I don't understand what is up with that? They were not very clear.
You gotta kill him. You gotta kill him.
Yeah, but why though? Like,
Oh,
why
boy,
would you
probably
create that with
told.
a crackhead?
Does she know that he out there snitching?
Who is he snitching on? Oh,
Kanan.
maybe she knows that. No, there's no way, because Marvin would have for real like to come out.
Marvin is trying to turn over his new leaf.
That can't be it. He has money. He owes money, but they didn't get into that. What we do know is we need to cash in. So the only person on this show dumber than Kanan is Famous.
Oh.
Famous sneaks up in the middle of the night, crawls over top of Kanan, slides down to the neighbor girl's apartment because he needs to borrow her mother's gun. Because first he said he needed it so he could bang her mom like Kanan did. I don't know why he said that. What's funny?
I appreciate him saying that though. I was like, good one.
But he needs it because people are after him, and so he convinced her to give him the gun. Why? Because he doesn't know what to do with it. This fool gonna pull up on Freddie, sounding like Famous, with a mask over his head, So immediately Freddie identifies his dumbass, and he's sitting there trembling like, this is his first time holding a gun. And, he's trying to rob this kid, and Freddie's like, that's not going to happen. It's not going down like that. So he exposes his gun, which is bigger than the gun that, Famous has. And Famous is like, it ain't have to go down like this. Yeah, it did, dummy. Because what did you do? You pulled up. You think this boy is going to get pulled up on more than once with no gun? He got a gun immediately.
Y'all lucky he didn't pull it out on y'all at the restaurant.
At the pizza place. Because Kanan Kanan might have a gun between, his mama be giving him things to go play with. Anyway, the boy reaches for his gun. Famous panicked, shot the boy 4 times.
Well, at least he killed him.
And the neighbor heard it.
So who is the neighbor? Because the door.
I don't know who the neighbor is, but this nigga said Famous about 4 times.
It's the crackhead, like it's that Famous nigga again.
He definitely said Famous. So whoever it is probably heard that. You know how you be having your head to the door, trying to hear. That's not safe. You probably shouldn't have your head to the door in case they start shooting.
You're right.
Whew. And then immediately open. Who does that? He immediately opened the door.
Immediately. Nobody does that.
Like they're out there shooting. Nobody's home. So Nicole's dad tricks Laverne into coming over to talk to the police. And she's not doing that. I don't know how he thought that was going to play out, but they were asking her about Detective Burke, and she was like, I don't talk to the police, and I damn sure don't talk to the police about the police. So I'm out of here. I don't know how. He don't know the street.
Yeah, he don't know. He don't know. He's just average white guy.
Well, Juke met up with Kanan to let him know what happened, and let him know your daddy was the one over there starting that shit, because I saw him go over there when I dropped off that tape with her father. So he's like, do you want me to take care of that for you? And she's like, I don't police. That's what you do. You over there with the police.
It's you and your
That's
daddy's
not-
situation.
And so she also like, so they're, you know, they're walking along chatting, and she points out the similarities between Rock and
Yeah.
Howard and him and that girl.
Mhm.
And again, like he tried to act like it's not the same thing. I think because he's a boy and it's his mother too, like he can't see it like for what it is. He really thinks that, you know, that he was doing the damn thing. No, you wasn't. He's definitely not ready to forgive Rock though. I think, you know, she was telling him like how her and Marvin are getting along a little bit. Ooh, sorry. She was telling him how her and Marvin are getting along, and he ain't there with Rock. But Marvin's sin was not anything close to
No.
what Rock did to Kanan. So
We
Burke
don't
is down
see
to
her mama anymore, I wonder.
who? Rock's mother?
Not Rock, Jukebox.
I don't know.
Mm.
Like, you know what? They drag things out. Now they're trying to squish it. It's off.
They speeding it up, right?
Speeding it up now. So Burke is down to the crack spot, walking around looking for Sam. The crackheads is cussing around like, "Bitch, you fire!" Ooh, I'm sorry. Marvin is not. I mean, crackhead Sam is not over there because he's with Marvin, and Marvin is trying to do better with his life. So he's not gonna take him out. He then spiffed him up, got him a suitcase, and put him on a bus to go to anywhere one way. He even gave him some money. Like, I could kill you, but I'm not going to do that. So now I want you to take this money and go away from here and promise me that you're going to, you know, do better with yourself. And Crackhead Sam was like, you know what? I'm going to do better. I'm going to show you. I'm going to do better. And so
why would you believe a crackhead? Because he's trying to do better.
Because he's trying to do better. That's what you said. I was trying to figure that out a minute ago. But now, you know, we're back to square one because he's trying to do better. So this nigga like promises to do better. And as soon as the bus pulls off, he gets off the bus on the next corner. Because he's not really going to change his life around. He's comfortable here.
I was hoping when that bus moved that he was standing there.
He standing there.
Yeah.
No, he's believing the better in humanity. He wants to believe that there are good people out there in this world. So Cartier is returning home to his penthouse apartment in the sky. He's slow motion walking through the lobby into the elevator. He's got a cigar because, yeah, I guess in the 80s you were allowed to smoke in public. That's not something that happens now, but yeah, so he's stinking up the whole joint with his cigar. When we get to the top floor, the door opens. There stands Lou and Rock with shots pointed at him. And he's like, y'all don't even trust each other. And Rock says, we're family. And Cartier's last words, bitch, fuck you and fuck your family. And then they gave him the pew, 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 4 to the chest, 1 to the head. She said 2, but it was just 1 to the head.
It was just 1.
2 to the chest, 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. Yeah, that's how that went.
It reminded me of that on Harlem Nights. I want to be like, don't shoot that little mother no more.
Yeah.
Here he come at the end. Pew.
Da, 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 da. Yeah. Wow. That's what that gun looked like that famous had. That little bit.
Get down.
Oh yeah, that was weird. I'm like you. I'm like Cartier came into the picture. I'm not sure what purpose he served, but now that Cartier's gone, Lou, you got this girl over here that knows your business. So I think Ziza gotta go too.
She gotta go. I've been waiting on her to go.
What are we gonna do with that, Lou?
She know too much.
Every time you stick your little Peter somewhere, it causes you trouble. Now, Lou, I need you to stay off of these little girls' lap and then make them stay off of yours because you are not a good picker.
Let me
So
pick.
that's the job.
No.
Let me pick for him.
No.
For Lou,
Yeah. I need to
All
find him
right.
some chocolate.
he doesn't like chocolate.
That's what's wrong with him. That's why he messing up.
Don't be mad at me, child. Be mad at Lou because he the one over here
So sick of Lou.
making
Child,
choices that don't make sense.
I wish they could have showed us like a real cruel scene of Cartier being a real bad dude. So we could have been like, damn. Cause
Well,
you
we saw him slap that one little skinny guy.
like
Didn't
some-
do anything.
right, that didn't do it. Like we should have really seen him doing something so horrible. Like you'd be like, whoa, you know what I'm saying?
We don't know the connection of him and oh girl. I guess we'll find out now. Maybe.
Maybe she
I
assassin.
feel like they're dragging out some stuff and then squishing up other
Yeah.
things.
Maybe it's gonna turn out that she's something. Maybe she the head of
She
it.
the feds.
She's something.
She the police.
He the police.
Cartier is the cop. I
Yes.
thought about that too. I thought about that. Because that's very powerish.
She done fucked up. Both of them, Mr. Cops. Yep.
Oh wow. Well,
Dang,
we will
Lou.
see. Next week is the final episode. So, and it's a war. It's a war against the Italians.
Well, call Tommy. He know how to handle them kind of situations. He be against the Serbs and
It's
everything else.
1985. Tommy's 15.
Oh, he still got more sense than
Can we bring it on?
Marvin.
I want to get to that. Let's get to that. Next season, I want to see some little Tommy and little
I
Joe.
know. That's the next one.
I don't know. I'm just saying that's where I want to be. I'm tired of being in 1985. We've been here for a long time.
Poor thing. Was New Jack
That's
City, was Nino Brown around then?
Well, I mean, they stole his whole shit.
Lord, you gonna come tell them what to do then?
No.
Oh, who you want to do it?
Wanda.
Rhonda is on
But if Blue didn't let Blue say it.
you. Blue not there.
Blue's not here. She don't work here.
No.
Anyway, y'all, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Rhonda loved it up. Take two.
Wanda.
Anyway, y'all,
Wanda.
don't forget to
Wanda.
smash that thumbs up button and
Wanda.
subscribe to our channel.
Wanda.
Yo,
Stop.
what?
Stop.
He said pause.
I want you to say slice that like button.
And
Take two. Take three. Don't forget to
Wanda.
slice that like button and subscribe to our channel.
nice it.
See you on the next one.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.